Holy cow, could it be? Yes, our very last audience of one. And what a show we have for her tonight. On the show, comedian Kevin Meaney, comedian Larry Ambrose. This is at Comedy Central. Too late to change your mind. Serves you right to suffer. You're gonna be alone. You know, when we started the show 3 years ago, we said that if we made one person happier, then we've done our job. Well, I got a call the other day from Jennifer Lynch, and she says she's happier. That's it. Job's done. Show is over. Welcome to Night After Night. I got thrown out of work down at the Kokomo. Don't ask me where I'm going, man. I don't know. But for the next 60 minutes, we have got a show for you tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, we have an audience of one all the way from Hurley, New York. Please welcome Anna Piskets, ladies and gentlemen.
Oh, yeah. Very nice young lady. Oh, yeah.
Anna, how you doing?
Good. Very good.
Now, you live in Hurley, New York?
Yes.
Where is that?
It's a little outside of Kingston, about an hour and a half north of here.
Okay, an hour and a half north of here it makes a lot more sense to me. And how old a young lady are you?
18.
I would just guess you're not married?
Yes, very good guess.
You're a very good guess. Do you have a boyfriend or anything like that?
No, not at all.
Okay, so you've been watching the show for how long?
About a year on and off.
A year. What do you mean? On and off.
Well, I've been watching continuously since June, and I've been watching, before then, I watched some Nick Bakay episodes here and there.
You mean on Dennis Miller?
No, on this show.
Oh, on this show. Okay, I got a little confused.
Long time ago.
But see, if you watch it continuously, then we would have the best ratings. We'd still be on the air.
Yes, but I have been watching since June continuously.
Okay, all right. That would explain a lot. Can you believe they're canceling the show?
Not at all.
You are our last, ladies and gentlemen, our last audience of one!
Oh, yeah!
Is your father here?
Yes,
Your father is here? Okay, put your hands back there. Oh, her father's here, and I heard her dad say, he goes, and I'm watching. I'm watching. Okay. All right, take it easy, Dad. Take it easy. Also, on today's show, not only do we have a fantastic lineup, Larry Ambrose, Kevin Meaney are here, but we are going to name our crew member of the year, and everybody is getting nervous. I know Paley, you're definitely out of it this year. You're not. You came in second again, I believe, but I'll have to look in. And by the way, since tomorrow night is our very super, we're not kidding, we wish we were, our very last show, and it'll be kind of sentimental. I'll be in a tux and it'll be clips, so this is a real show to watch. But before I do leave the air, I'd like to tell you about EJ's Luncheonette on Amsterdam Avenue on the Upper West Side. It is a fantastic place. Everybody there is terrific. The food is delicious. Tip the waitresses and waiters heavily, and that's free pancakes for me for a year. Also, a terrific French restaurant on Columbus Avenue called Poré. It is wonderful, and that big discounts on the domestic wine for me on that one. And Bob's Brake Shop up in Cornwallville, New York. I don't have a car yet, but when I do, I'll be going to Bob's Brake Shop and hopefully get a big discount for mentioning that on the show. Just getting a little business done, folks. Oh, this morning we have a shower here at the facilities at HBO Downtown. We're not really at Comedy Central. And every morning for the last 3 years, if I take a shower, I always tell Sue Fellows and Laura Millis who work on the show, I say, hey, you want to come in and watch me take a shower? Just kidding. And they go, no. But today, I went in and I took a shower, and I'm in the shower, and Laura Millis, Beth O'Day, and Sue Fellows, who all work on the staff, we're way ahead of Clinton. We're like women heavy over here. They come into the shower, and they say, okay, and I'm behind the shower curtain. They go, okay, we're here. And I said, it's time for the Allan Havey Naked Show. And I went, whoa, like that. And I'm wet and naked. Can you believe it, Anna?
No, I can't.
I'd
rather not.
Yeah? You're sorry you missed that part?
No. With my father here, I'll say no.
Okay. So they screamed and ran out of the room. But this is how they ran out. Okay, lower the camera down, Joe. Lower the camera. Okay, all right. You're my penis, okay? Wait. Lower the camera down. Lower the camera down. No, go a little further. And, okay, you're my penis. This is how they ran out of the room. Ah! Like that. And believe me, they didn't have to squint. I'll tell you that right now. It wasn't like this. It wasn't like this. It was more like. Oh my God! You know, and by the way, Anna, you've heard about the Leno Letterman thing going on?
I've tried to ignore it, but
well,
yes,
that's good. This is the youth of America. What a delightful young lady. You go to high school or college?
High school.
High school, and you're senior year, I would guess.
Yes.
And where do you plan to go to college next year?
Bard.
Bard, and what do you want to study?
Film and creative writing.
Good for you. And those two go together. They do.
Yes.
Not in Los Angeles, but I think everywhere else.
Well,
And yeah, I'll be knocking on doors there soon. Oh, it doesn't go together. Bump, you know. Hell, Allan Havey, yeah, it doesn't go together. Bump, you know. Doors closing, bridges burning. That's my life, folks. Come on aboard. Anyway, I made this offer today to NBC, and now they are going nuts. I told them, you got Leno, he makes $3 million a year. There's Letterman, you have to match his offer of $17 million a year. That's $20 million, folks. I told NBC today that I will do a 2-hour show from 11:30 to 1:30 for half that, $10 million. And now they're nuts. They don't know what to do. They're like, wait a minute, now Havey's coming out with this. So I could be on NBC pretty damn soon, or CBS or ABC or A&E, or your local deli. Last night, ladies and gentlemen, how much time do I have, Paley?
4 minutes.
4 minutes. Do you have a dog at home, Anna?
yes, I do.
What's the name of your dog?
Nike.
Nike. Oh, that's what the guy said right before he dropped dead. Phidippides, right? He said Nike. Did you know that?
No, I didn't.
He was a Greek runner. He's a guy that ran. What was the war they were having? The Trojan War or something like that?
Sure.
Yeah, sure. No, they were having some war, and he needed to tell the people in Athens that victory, that we won. And he said Phidippides was a runner, and he ran 26 miles. That's how they got the marathon length, and 26.2 miles to be exact. And he said Nike, and he dropped dead. It's true.
Well, thank you for sharing.
No, it is true. I just thought, you know, she's a senior in high school, and I kind of got it. No, and then a guy came later and goes, but Reebok's a better. No, he said Reebok. Anyway, I'm in a wild mood tonight because this is the last time I get to do this, and I'm going to miss this more than anything. This little part right here where I come into your home and miss more. Anyway, because this stuff I don't need. I just need this stuff right there. So last night I'm in bed, and I had a couple martinis at dinner, and I'm a little soused. And I don't drive, Anna. Okay? All right. She's adorable. So anyway, I'm in bed, and I said to my subconscious, I go, okay, listen, I can't, I need some guidance here. I've got 2 more shows. I need to keep it together. Please, just send me some sign while I'm sleeping. And in the middle of the night, the ceiling of my bedroom opened up, and there were no apartments above me, so I guess it was a dream. And floating on a little cloud was my old dog from childhood, Peanuts Havey, king of the dogs. And he was floating. All right, keep the camera down a little bit, just to get the kind of point of view I had. And he was on a little cloud in the shape of a doggy bed, and seraphim were guiding him, and his ears were up. You know how dachshunds, his ears are going up like this, and I heard and his little paws were hanging and I'm down in bed like this. I go, Peanuts Havey, king of the dogs. And he says, mm-hmm. And I go, what words of wisdom do you have for me? And he said, why did you feed me kennel ration all those years? I said, don't you have anything about the show? He goes, don't worry, you're going to get another job, but why? Why kennel ration? I said, well, we gave you Gainsburgers. That was 1 weekend. That was it. The rest, it was that crappy kennel ration. Why? So, Peanuts Havey, king of the dogs. A lot of you have requested a story about him. There you go. Okay. Now, one more story. How much time do I have, Paley?
1 minute.
Good Lord. It's sad, isn't it, Paley?
Yes, it is.
It's happy and sad at the same time.
I guess. Yeah.
I guess. Oh, thanks. You're thinking of SASTY money, aren't you? You're thinking short attention span theater. Joe Bolster's going to stir the drink. Is that what you're thinking? Okay. Now, this is a story from my childhood. There was a kid from my community that they made fun of in school, high school. They called him the idiot kid. Do you have a kid like that at your high school, Anna?
Probably.
Yeah, but because self-esteem is so good, these people don't call names. But back in the old days, before things were politically correct, before we had therapists and people on PBS holding their little stuffed animals, people were a little meaner. And this kid was called the idiot kid. And they liked him, but he was pretty much an idiot, or so they thought. One day, a group of guys, this is true, go out to the Everglades. I lived in Miami. They went out to the Everglades to drive around in a couple of cars. And one guy got a flat tire. So they got out, and the idiot kid was with him, because they like to take him along to make fun of, call him the idiot kid. And they changed the tire on the car, and for some reason they lost the lug nuts to the tire. So they couldn't drive, and everybody's sitting around in the middle of nowhere. Oh, what are we going to do? We won't get home. Our parents are going to get mad, blah, blah, blah. And the idiot kid spoke up. The idiot kid said, what if you take a lug nut off of the other 3 wheels and put it on that wheel? And that way it'll stay on by the time you get to a gas station. They all looked around and went, yeah, that's a great idea. And they did it, and it worked. And they got to a gas station, and they bought other lug nuts. And from that day on, they no longer called him the idiot kid. They called him Lug Nut. It's a true story. And now Anna Piskets, our last audience of one. We go to Dave the Weatherman for one more report on the weather. Dave will not be with us tomorrow night because it's a special theme show. So, Dave, one last time, the weather, please. Oh, bye, Dave. Bye, Dave. That's the last we'll hear of Dave the Weatherman. You know, you don't need a weatherman to know which way the wind blows, but ironically, from Dave's feet, I'd say it's coming out of the northeast. I'm here with Anna Piskets, all the way from Hurley, New York. Also, Dave, we get a shot of a young lady, Stacy Diark, is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, can we get the lights back there? The woman back there in the red cap is our backup audience of one in case something happened to Anna along the highway. But the highways weren't icy enough, so Anna got here. So that's great. Now, let's go to the news. Bill Clinton is proud of the fact that his cabinet looks like America. And to make it look even more like America, he's going to end health benefits for cabinet officers. You know, Clinton may have trouble defining investments, but we're pretty sure he already knows quite a bit about pork. I think he knows about that. This morning, Mayor David Dinkins announced the new slogan for New York City of 1993. It's New York, hey, that guy's losing a lot of blood. In a White House ceremony last week, British Prime Minister John Major announced the appointment of President Bush to be England's first Minister of Halcyon. Hello, George. George. Come here, George. Right back here. He's looking at a pretty birdie or something. He's out of there. The man who bludgeoned Bob Crane to death 14 years ago was freed on bail last week. Calling it a time for healing, George Bush has pardoned all the cast members of Hogan's Heroes for war crimes. Dozens of people waited for Bill Clinton outside this McDonald's in Little Rock after they heard a voice saying, "If you fry, he will come." A snake run over by a car was opened up to reveal a species of lizard which was last seen in 1959. Elsewhere, a Great Dane run over by a car was cut open to reveal Gary Berghoff, who has not been seen since 1979. Welcome back, Radar. The state of Indiana has announced plans to build a Dan Quayle Vice Presidential Museum. When asked by a reporter why a museum instead of a library, an official responded, "You figure it out, genius." And now here's tonight's Night After Night profile. Let's see who it is. Oh, it's of me. Occupation, out of work funny boy. Hobbies, interns. Nickname, Cants Ald. Little known fact, was born Donna Norris in 1931. Strength, lasted longer than Dennis Miller. Weakness, Miller got to keep his shirts. Turn off, Comedy Central executives. Turn-ons, their daughters. Favorite TV show, Roman Polanski's Petting Zoo. Greatest fear, Oprah will do a show with disgruntled audience of ones. Where he'll be in 5 years, dedicating Allan Havey urinals at Florida State Acting School. And epitaph, hey you, don't bury me, I'm not dead yet. You are watching Night After Night, our very second to the last show. Anna Piskets is all the way here from Hurley, New York. We also have a very funny comedian, Larry Ambrose. But opening up right next, Mr. Kevin Meaney. Right
No matter where you go to dinner, you always seem to get that hot plate. You know what I'm talking about? They love to give you that hot plate. You have a salad, appetizer, then they come out like it's a big deal. That's a hot plate, sir. Hot plate, ma'am. You're gonna have to leave the restaurant. The plates are too hot. You got some crazy chef in the kitchen putting plates in the oven. He's not cooking anything, he's cooking plates. Waiters walking around with big asbestos suits on, big mittens on their hands. That's a hot plate. You better not touch that. As soon as the waiter leaves the table, your hands go right to the plate. Ah!
Hi, welcome back right back tonight after night. My first guest tonight, you know, when the Comedy Central executives said the show was canceled, I could have anyone for the last show. They said Julia Roberts, Martin Scorsese. They said, ha, I want Kevin Meaney on this last show. Kevin, how are you?
I'm fine, Alan. How are you? I'm sad.
Yeah, are you?
I am sad.
Will you be sad for me too then?
Why did they cancel that Allan Havey? That's wrong. It was a wonderful, wonderful show. Had all the big guests on. But no, they let him go. And that was wrong. Terribly, horribly wrong.
You were here at the very beginning, back when it was a Comedy Channel.
Back in the 80s.
Yes.
Late 80s.
89.
89, and kind of slipped into the new decade. And yeah.
Now, but you had a show that was canceled, Uncle Buck.
Who's off the air forever and ever? It's Uncle Buck. Oh, do you be Uncle Buck?
How did you find out that show was canceled?
I still haven't found out. I really haven't.
Yeah.
They never tell you that you're canceled. They just say that you're on hiatus. So technically, I'm on hiatus with all the other shows, F Troop, Hogan's Heroes. We're all on hiatus.
You know, when they were doing the Amy...
They are a great crew today. Do you know that?
Yes, they are.
I've never heard the big laughs like this before. Big laughs on the last day.
Well, actually, tomorrow's the last show.
Right.
This is the last guest with audience of one
Right.
and everything.
Excuse me.
That's sorry. Now, I thought of you, and I'm not kidding, when they were doing the Amy Fisher story. Mm-hmm. Buttafuoco.
You think I could have played Joey?
No, the wife.
The wife?
Yeah, Mary Jo.
Jo.
Yes, I think it would have been. They put you in a wig, you know, get that little droopy mouth
Mary
going.
Jo, you got a bullet in my head. They had, you know what they actually, I think Amy Fisher at one time actually said she thought that Mary Jo was a deer.
Oh, really?
And that's why she shot her. What is she doing in Joey's bushes? Why is she wearing a brown and white robe?
Did you see the movie last night?
No, I didn't see it.
Yeah.
I'll catch one of the other stories. They're on all three networks, and I believe Comedy Central is doing one also.
Yeah, but that won't be out till '94
Yeah.
for budget reasons. So you had a good time with the family, Christmas?
Good Christmas.
Yeah.
Saw the whole family, you know, which was nice. Got a lot of great gifts for all the members of the family. My cousin, I got her something really special. She's always trying to commit suicide, you know.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I got her the Genie automatic wrist opener.
Really?
So that's good.
Yeah. Is that Kevorkian approved?
Sure is, yeah. You know, it's in the book. Read it.
Did you get anything for Christmas?
I never really fare well on Christmas. Everyone else is opening up gifts. They're like, ah! And there's nothing in front of me. I got a pan.
A pan?
That's what, I'm serious. I got
frying
a pan.
pan?
Frying pan.
A nice one? A Calphalon? Or?
No, it didn't even have a top on it. You know, but I got the pan. I saw a lot of relatives, though, which was good, you know. I mean, that's kind of the gift. And
Do you have a favorite?
you know, my family actually, they gave me a little thing they sent to Ireland to research my family history.
Oh, really?
Which was, you know, I got the Meany crest, and which was nice, you know. It's like...
Any food products on that crest?
Well, this is true. I mean, it's like two lions going after a box of Malamars. So, it's kind of a... But I found out why I have a problem with my weight.
Well, I wasn't referring to
No,
that.
it's genetic.
Oh, I'm sorry.
My great-grandmother was a pie. So...
No, I wasn't. I don't think you have a weight problem.
I do have a weight problem.
Do you?
Okay, yeah.
No, I mean you're a little. Every now and then you get a little soft, but you know.
Thank you.
You're not a fat guy. You've never been a fat guy.
No, but I put it on, I take it off, and...
Have you found a diet that works for you, or is there any conclusions you've come to this battle?
No, I've been eating a lot of chicken. You
Yeah.
know, that's good. My Uncle Mickey, he's a Satan worshiper.
Yeah.
And he has a Kentucky Fried Chicken. It's a satanic Kentucky Fried Chicken.
Yeah.
And so he's, slaughtering them anyway, so he thought he'd open up a...
Well, that's good.
My Uncle Marcel, I saw him this year.
How's your Uncle Marcel?
He was also in show business.
I didn't
if you
know that.
Marcel Meany. He was a mime and a contortionist. And for his grand finale every night, he'd eat a dozen burritos and then walk against his own wind.
Kevin, thanks for coming on the show.
All righty.
I hate to end on that high note, but if you'd like to see Kevin Meany, you can't see him on this show anymore, but you can see him at Elaine Boozler's Midnight Hour live on Showtime. It's New Year's Eve, 11 p.m. I'm sure Comedy Central has something planned for New Year's Eve. I would prefer Showtime, I think, this year. Kevin.
Well, whatever you're doing, have a happy new year and have a safe one. Don't be smoking crack.
Okay.
Okay.
Kevin, I'm going to miss you. Take care, buddy.
All right, take care.
We'll be right back after this. Welcome back to Night After Night. Glad you joined us for our second to last show. I'm taking it really well. I'm here with Anna Piskets. That's an interesting last name. Where does that come from?
The Ukraine.
The Ukraine.
Yes.
Very good. I have no Ukraine jokes. Maybe we should find out with the name. It says here that you're a writer. You play saxophone and the tambourine.
Yes.
Yes, I've been taking tambourine lessons lately, just to. Well, I have a lot of free time coming up. Speaking of free time, I hear Bob Creek is under the gun to get the budget ready for '93, and he's in his office. Is that correct? Yeah. Is that correct? Yes. Okay, so we're going to call him tonight. It's working late. A little joke I'm going to play on him. I used to do it when I was a kid. Call me bitter. Call me meanie. Have a little fun. I think the phone is ringing. There it is.
Hello, Bob Creek.
Hello, Bob Creek at Comedy Central?
Yes, that's right.
Listen, do you keep Prince Albert in a can?
No. No, you need to talk to a tobacconist about Prince Albert in a can. Let me suggest Nat Sherman. He's on 42nd and 5th Avenue here in Manhattan. Terrific store, can supply all your tobacco needs. Have a nice day, though.
Thank you. I'll think of something else. We're going to get them. We're really going to get them. Okay. Anyway, last year at this time, I typed up a page of New Year's resolutions for 1992. Anna, did you see that last year when I did that?
No.
No, because you've only been watching since June. But let's just go through the resolutions and see how I did. Let's see. Finish up last 100 hours of my community service. Well, let me put it this way. I only have 98 hours to go, so that's good. Resolution. I refuse to have Kevin Meany on the show ever again. Oh, well, what can I say? It's Christmas time and he's practically homeless. Here's a resolution. Make up a big story about Night After Night being canceled so I have something to talk about on the show. Worked. Okay. Change my name to Prince Allan of Monaco and make Claudia Schiffer my love toy. I'm going to have to wait next year for that. Make a greater effort to enforce the Iraqi no-fly zone. I did my part. Did you? I will clean out the old produce that's been sitting in my refrigerator. Well, sometime in '93, I will clean out the old produce that's been sitting in my refrigerator. It's still there. Resolution. I will learn French this year. Merde. I will not let the viewers know that I'm in a weird mood. Well, that one was impossible. I'm a human being. Can't help that. I will not pay a lot for a muffler. No car? No problem. Arrange the death of Ben Vereen. Missed it by that much. And then finally, a resolution, figure out a way to get good ratings, good reviews, and still get canceled. Hey, that was too easy. And my resolution for '93 that I'll never have to say, we'll be right back.
Most of the serial killers come from the Midwest. and they're all from Wisconsin. I swear to you. Gacy was Rockford, Illinois, 5 miles from the border. Ed Gein, he's the guy Hannibal Lecter was based on, Hannibal the Cannibal. He made furniture out of people. Isn't that nice? Is that a Chippendale? No, it's Bob Weinstein.
Come on, what are you doing? We only have a show and a half to go. Coming up, Larry Amoros and a story time and crew member of the year right here, night after night. Hi, welcome back to Night After Night. The very last guest on this show is making his debut on Night After Night. A very funny comedian. Please welcome Mr. Larry Amoros.
Hello, Alan.
I told you I'd get you on.
I just don't know if I'm the reason this is the last show.
No, you are not.
Because if that's the case, I want to do Full House tomorrow and kill Bob Saget's career if I can. Drive him right off the airwaves.
Yeah. Well, it's good to see you, man.
Well, thank you for having me in here.
Sure.
I'm here for the money.
Yeah.
The big Comedy Central money.
I haven't seen you in a while. You've been out in L.A. Mm-hmm. How's that going?
Everybody's full of crap, but I'm getting used to it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of full of crap, so it's kind of like they're upfront about it. You know, it's like, hi, I'm full of crap. Well, I'm full of crap too. Oh, good, let's have a full of crap lunch. And you go and you work it that way. So I'm doing that.
Are you writing or performing or?
I've been writing for Barry Manilow. I know. Stay in your seats. I know it.
Wait.
Don't get too excited by that.
You got to find out what rhymes with Mandy? I mean, what?
I write the words that connect the songs the whole world sings. I write the patter.
Oh, you write the little.
When he says, "Hi, here's my next song," I'm the guy who wrote that.
Well, what?
I said, "Wait, verbs. I could do that."
Now, did you have to sit down with Barry and brainstorm?
No, I didn't have to. I wanted to. I wanted to.
Okay, I understand that.
Can you tell the LA the big old ass kiss right up front? Right there.
Well, how did this happen?
Well, we summered together once in the south of France. No.
Oh, that's the old Larry.
Yeah, well, you know, you do what you have to get a job. They were looking for a new writer for him, and they saw my tape or something. And they just called and they hired me.
Now, did you have to sit down with him and work stuff out?
Yeah.
Did you go to his house?
You bet.
Yeah, what was it like?
Really big.
I'm thinking.
And nicer than mine.
I'm thinking a lot of white furniture.
No.
Oh, okay.
No. You're thinking a lot of gold records. That's what you're thinking.
Yeah. He has them up on the wall?
In his recording studio, which is adjacent to his house.
Ah.
And I'm really, I'm sitting there going, geez, I write the songs really paid a lot of money.
Yeah.
Big old rich guy.
Do you ever think about that? Like if you hadn't gotten into comedy, you might have gotten into music or something, how much money we'd be making?
Well, not the same as we do here at Comedy Central.
No, that's true.
The gravy train to success. The Fort Knox of show business. I used to think, like, if I could sing, I'd do really well. But then again, half of those people can't sing, and they're doing really well, so how tough could it really be?
Yeah.
You know? Just take a lot of heroin and cut an album. My next step. Try that.
Can you give us a little preview of a Barry Manilow joke between songs, like how it might go like?
No.
Okay, you don't.
I don't want to violate the trust. He'll be doing Radio City. You'll have to come and see his show.
Okay. Are you going to be opening for him?
Of course not.
No?
No.
Well, why of course not? You've opened, remember that Doors band you opened for?
Oh, God, that story.
Tell that story.
Boy, you're very sharp. How could they have canceled this show? What were you thinking? I did it. It was like 1984 at North Carolina State University, and I was opening for a band called the Back Doors that did an incredible simulation of the Doors, at the end of which a guy dies in a bathtub. And I'm there in this big theater with balconies, and it's like homecoming weekend, so every drunk redneck hillbilly and his sister/girlfriend is there with him. And I'm backstage, and the producer comes up and just tells me that they have extra protection, like police dogs and guns, in case something should happen. And I'm offensive. I'm not that offensive. I couldn't figure out what I was going to do. And I walk out, and they didn't know there was a comedian on the show. And some guy starts screaming from the balcony, "No comics," and a beer bottle came crashing down next to me. I never even got to the microphone. And I turned and walked back off. And the guy said, "If you don't go back out, I'm not going to pay you." And it was a pretty big paycheck. And I'm a whore. I said, "What the hell?" I went right back out. And when I got out there, the guy started screaming and throwing stuff again. And I just looked up and I said, Jim Morrison's dead, deal with it. And I turned, walked off, and said to the producer, where's the paycheck? And that was the show. That was the entire show.
And it's moments like that when you're sitting in Barry Manilow's living room that you remember.
Reflecting, why don't I have his job? Yeah.
Any New Year's resolutions coming up?
To get off the Prozac.
Are you on Prozac?
Absolutely.
I didn't know. Do you have trouble with depression or?
No, I just thought it would be an option to go with my dinner. Of course. We ran out of carrots. Of course. Prozac.
How long have you been on it?
Not long enough to have made a difference in my life. Like 7, 8 weeks.
Yeah, and do you feel? Well,
I can kill my mother and get away with it now. It's got like a built-in defense.
really?
There's a case in Florida. A woman stabbed the whole family and she said, I'm sorry, 40 milligrams, not guilty. So, I'm gonna go kill my mother Sunday. Go do the family in.
Did you celebrate Christmas this year?
I'm Jewish.
Okay, all right. You didn't have to do that through clenched teeth. It's not on my notes.
We killed Jesus. We don't celebrate. We hide.
Now, okay, that's one thing I can never figure out. Christ was a Jew.
Not practicing.
No, not practicing? No, but he was in the temple and
How many Jewish carpenters have you met?
No.
You know Jews who are good with their hands? No.
But no, they are in the garment district.
They own.
Oh, okay.
They own.
So, are you doing any New Year's Eve gigs?
I'm working to catch a rising star here in New York. Where are you working New Year's Eve?
I'm going to be at the Seattle Improv.
Well, very nice.
Yeah.
Now that we both have time.
Do you enjoy? I know for a while there, and when I was starting out, you were emceeing at Catch a Rising Star. Do you enjoy emceeing?
Well, it means I don't have to write an act. You
Yeah.
can just go, ha ha ha, isn't that witty? Here's somebody else, let them work their ass off.
No, but I see you though work with the crowd a lot. I mean,
Yeah, it's
I would
fun.
say 70%
Yeah.
of your act.
Look where it's gotten me. I'm writing for Barry Manilow.
No, but that's a good gig, right, for Barry.
It's a great gig. It's actually a very good gig.
Yeah.
He's very nice and he pays a lot of money.
No, but I mean, what do you do when you get up there and, because I've seen, you work the audience. What happens when the crowd gives you absolutely nothing?
You sweat a lot.
Yeah.
You know those nights. Well, not you personally. I'm sure you've heard of them. Suck up number 2.
It's the last show, Larry. You don't have to suck up.
Yeah, but you'll go somewhere else after this and I'll still be sucking around looking for jobs.
I'll be there, hopefully. I'll be the third row of the Barry Manilow concert.
We love your work. Do Mandy again.
Well, listen, man, we're out of time.
Well, really out of time.
Yeah.
Like forever.
I know, but it's. I told you I'd get you on the show.
I appreciate it. It was good.
And good luck to you. And,
Good luck to you. Give him another show. He's very good.
And if you want to see Larry Ambrose live, he will be at Catch a Rising Star New Year's Eve. So if you're in the city, that's going to be a great lineup. And Larry will be there. You're going to MC.
I think I'm going to host this.
You're going to host. That's great. Okay. We'll be right back with the rest of the show after these messages. Hi, welcome back to Night After Night. I'm going to tell you a story, so sit down, relax, and get ready. Here we go. There was once a talk show host. He had a struggling but successful show on a small cable concern operating out of a studio and office space on Park Avenue and 23rd Street. The show was on the air for 3 years in many different incarnations, and although, like any show, it suffered some growing pains through the years, it showed consistent improvement and maintained a small but extremely loyal and growing audience. And then, for reasons that were explained as purely financial, it was canceled, axed. Its host was disappointed. But in the true tradition of show business, just like Ethel Merman and all the other greats before and after, whose names are, well, frankly, too hard to remember, he carried on. Eventually, tomorrow, the show ended, even though its ratings went up over 20% during the final month. Well, sure, the host could have been angry and bitter at the little-minded bean-counting fools who pulled the plug on his child, but no. He took the high road and went out with class and dignity. And you know what? A nice thing happened. He went back out on the road for a while. The Seattle Improv on New Year's Eve. and the Washington, D.C. Improv the weekend of January the 15th. And people seemed to like him more than ever. His career soared, and executives from 3 major networks and Fox, impressed by his class and dignity, under the pressure of cancellation, started a bidding war for his services. And before he knew it, he had a new show. A show so good that it eventually became the first late-night talk show to be moved into prime time. After a while, a terrible war broke out. U.S. troops were sent to Norway to contain the fighting, but as it dragged on, as wars do, the troops became demoralized. So the President of the United States called the nation's first primetime TV talk show host and begged him to entertain the troops. Entertain the troops, he said. Why, of course. But why don't I get some of my friends to help me out? And with one call to his super agent, Mike Ovitz, the super host put together a show for the troops that would be the greatest extravaganza of talent ever assembled on the planet Earth. One night, while resting in his tent after a long day of rehearsals, between the bombings and with radiation dust clinging to his eyebrows, the phone rang. It was those same small-minded, bean-counting idiots who had canceled his show years ago at the small cable concern. They were out of the entertainment business by now, but they wanted to know if it would be possible for them to get tickets for the show the next night. And rather than being a jerk and hanging up on them, he said, "Boys, I'll pay your round-trip first-class airfare and get you seats right up front for the show. And afterwards, please come back and say hello to me and all my friends, Dave and Johnny, Arsenio and Jay, Robin, Whoopi and Billy, Axel, Bruce, Mick, Madonna, Prince, Cher, and my wives, Michelle Pfeiffer and Ellen Barkin." And they said, "Oh, thank you. Thank you for being the kind and decent super legend you are. You're like a god. And we truly believe that when we canceled your show, we were wrong." They were wrong. How about that? Hi, welcome back to Night After Night. The red light is not on the camera. Whoops. the red light is not on the. There it is. Okay, I just want to make sure. There goes Gerald Morandi for Crew Member of the Year, right out the window. Right now, I'm going to make another crank call to Bob Creek, the executive of Comedy Central, the man responsible for this show getting canceled. I'm going to give him a call, and I blew it with that Prince Albert McCann. That was a little juvenile. I've got something else for him. It's going through. I hope he's still in the office.
Hello, Bob Creek.
Bob Creek,
Yes,
Comedy Central.
that's right, Comedy Central.
Listen, I was wondering if your refrigerator is running.
No, I don't have a refrigerator in my office. I think that would be a bit of an extravagance. You might try me later at home. I do have one there, though.
Oh, okay, thanks.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
I'm trying to call Bob Creek at home, and that did not work. Now it's time to go in and meet the crew. Time to meet the crew. Let's go on in. And there are 2 ladies. Turn around, ladies. That's Yvonne on the left, Yvonne DeMar waving. She's the assistant director. And there's Nancy Ortenberg, who is the booth PA. And she's also done some assistant directing. Haven't you, Nancy?
A little bit.
Yeah, a little
Not
bit.
so much.
Don't you want to like grab Yvonne and throw her out of that chair?
No, I like to
No?
have her here.
Well, ladies, listen, I'm going to miss working with you. And
We'll miss working
We'll
with
miss
you
you
too.
too.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye. Yeah, hell. And also, Marty Contenti, our other lighting designer, we highlighted in. Is Marty back there? Where is Marty? There she is, Marty. Thanks for standing in the light. Good. Marty Contenti, we call her the Princess of Darkness here at Night After Night. And there's Marty back there. And we're going to miss everybody. Now, we only have 2 minutes left. So it's time to announce the Crew Member of the Year. And I'm going to get a little drum roll. Okay, there's a little drum roll right there. And now, last year's winner, Karen Hapala, the mistress of props. Karen, please come. A big hand for Karen Hapala, giving up her crown this year. Now, Karen, you did a great job, but now it's time to announce, and you will crown the new Crew Member of the Year, okay?
I'm gonna miss it.
I know you're going to miss the crown. Okay, the new crew member of the year is, this is very exciting, Terry McLaughlin from the audio booth. Terry McLaughlin. Terry, come on out. He's in the booth. Come on out, Terry. Come on out here, Terry. Stand right here. Stand right here, Terry. Terry McLaughlin does all the audio work. Give him the crown. Okay, Terry, how do you feel, huh?
I feel very silly.
Very, very silly. Terry, you look silly. Congratulations, buddy. Crew member of the year. Now get back in the booth, will you? All right, take care. Terry does all the special effects of the audio, and he's responsible for the microphones. Sometimes they break up, but Terry does a great job. Coming in second this year, it was a tie, Steve Paley and Joe Morandi. Coming in second, and after that, boy, it just gets pathetic. So we'll just we don't play favorites here, but we do have a crew member of the year. Sorry, Steve. That $50,000 bonus is out the window now. We'll be right back to wrap up this show after this. Wow, that's a naughty little lapel button. I didn't see that. That's Anna Piskets, our audience of one all the way from Hurley, New York. Let's take a look at that again. Oh my goodness. You know, I did that when I was in 5th grade. I saw my dad do it to my mom jokingly. So I was at school the next day doing this, and the teacher said, "Where did you learn to do that?" And I said, "My dad." So she said, "You go get a letter from your dad." So I told my dad he had to write a letter to the teacher. That's true. What does that mean? Do you know?
Yes, but I won't say.
Yeah, good for you. I would like to thank my special guest tonight, Larry Amorose and Kevin Meaney, for being here. Tomorrow night show, nobody. No guest tomorrow night, but a special invited audience. We're going to have everybody that has worked night after night in the studio tomorrow night. Nick Bakay will be a member of that audience as well. And it will be our last show. And we're going to show highlights over the last 3 years. And it should be fun. And it won't be that sad, so relax. Hey, if I don't cry, nobody cries. Got it? We'd also like to salute our special crew member, crew person of the year, Terry McLaughlin, in the audio booth. Congratulations, Terry. He's having trouble finding the button, but when he does, he'll probably say thank you.
Well, thanks, Al. Thank you, Al.
Yeah, there he is, right there. But everybody on the floor here, there he is. Our crew is a crew member of the year. Also, I am going to be performing at clubs around the country starting New Year's Eve, day after tomorrow. You can catch me at the Seattle Improv New Year's Eve. There's a number to call, 206-628-5000, or Ticketmaster at 206-628-0888. And also January 15th, 16th, and 17th at the Improv in D.C. Got to get those plugs in. Come on out and support the show. And let's say goodbye to Anna Piskets, ladies and gentlemen, our audience of one. Anna, thank you very much. And as our last audience of one, we'd like to thank all our audiences of one for showing up, doing a great job. Also, Stacy Diark, who came by today. Thank you, Stacy. And we will see everybody tomorrow night for our final show. No kidding. Bye.
Yeah, Bob Creek?
This is Bob Creek, but this is a crank phone call, isn't it?
No, it's not a crank phone
This
call.
is Allan Havey, and you're pinching your nose, aren't you?
No, I'm not.
This is fabulous. Hey, everybody, Allan Havey is crank phone calling me. Come here.
No, I'm not. It's not Allan Havey.
It is, Allan. This is pathetic.
It is not Allan Havey.
Alan, I'm going to put you on speakerphone. Can you start at the top, please?
Oh, knock it off, you guys.